Hello, my name is Joshua Potter, and I'm here at the world's first Hydra Con to interview Jonny Cruz, the voice of Overwatch's Lucio, for GameSkinny.com. Hi, so I just wanted to ask you a couple questions in regards to your voice acting, where it's kind of taken you, where you've been with it.
Sure.
We know that recently you've been having a lot of social media posts, things on Twitter, things on Facebook that have gone very viral.
Yeah.
Considering how voice actors have always been kind of seen, where voice actors are now. How long have you been doing voice acting?
So, I mean, I think voice acting is a part of just acting in general. Like, the basis is of creating a character and making that come through, but this time you're not being able to see the person, right? So I think with voice acting, it's always been a part of me, but I think to actually do it in a booth and actually become or like be part of the voice acting has only been happening in the last maybe year and a half. I think I hit a stretch where I kind of stopped doing a lot of on-camera stuff and voiceover took over when Overwatch hit. And I don't think it was actually because of Overwatch. I think that's just what started happening. I think I found a little bit more of my voice behind the scenes. I found a little bit more naturalness to reading, because the difference is you could read it. And sometimes you might just be lazy and be reading it, but it's like, oh, it's here in front of me. For me, it became like I don't have to remember my lines. It's all there for me. All I have to do is like let it out. So about the past year and a half, it's kind of been like growing for me in that realm, and so I've been in like 5 different projects in the last, maybe 6 in the last year and a half.
Okay. So you were talking about how characters are kind of developed, how you have these pre-scripted everything that you go with. How much of Lucio, your character in Overwatch, how much do you feel that is what Blizzard has written the character to be, and how much of it is you? Because a major part of Overwatch, and I think a lot of what people identify with and have their favorite characters, comes a lot from their personality. In terms of what we've seen from you and all of the other actors, it seems like that personality really pops both behind the camera and the mic and in terms of how your day-to-day lives go. Yeah. So I guess my question would be, how much of Lucio is Jonny Cruz and how much of that is you playing the part of Lucio? So
I think Lucio for me isn't a hard stretch. You know, like I don't have to go like into this place in my mind. It's pretty much on the surface most times. I'd say he's a majority of a lot of how I interact and a lot of my beliefs of like, yo man, be love, spread love, like be good to people. Like he has a affinity for people and just their well-being. And I think over my life I've become more of that. And so that started to shine through I think a lot. And Lucio is close to me, and I kind of really appreciate being able to play a character like Lucio, which is positive and like, you know, he's a person of color, and it's just like, this to me is what I want to see more of and be of myself, you know, be that essence that he is, like he's inspiring to me. So yeah, that's a lot of like, he's very much a part of me. So yeah.
It looks like through a lot of your Twitter posts, your viral posts, you all seem very close. And I think that's another very attractive feature to the game, is that outside of the game, we get to see a lot of behind-the-scene cuts of you and the other voice actors kind of hanging out together. Recently for the anniversary, the voice actress of Symmetra had recently posted the anniversary dance-off with all of you dancing. Do you often get to interact with the other voice actors, or is that something that's kind of like here and there, spotty?
So when we're in a booth, it's just we're alone, and so we've all kind of, I think after going to the BlizzCon event that they had and meeting everybody and just kind of being able to open those doors, we've kind of connected, right? Because all this is happening to us, which we didn't expect. So we're all just kind of sharing and relating our stories, and we've been just kind of baffled by it and enjoying it, you know. But I think what I've taken from this is that Blizzard was made with such like the game itself, even Michael Chu told me, is that it was based on like, diversity and positivity, right? And I think a lot of the cast members exude that positivity, and they're a diverse bunch of cast. I think we're all together on this, and we know it. We're just enjoying each other. So I see a lot of the cast pretty regularly. I hang out with Genji all the time. Anjali's always popping by, throwing parties. So, yeah, it's just like we're all just hanging out and we're helping each other. I see Charlotte. Charlotte helps me out with a lot of like con stuff, which she's amazing. Yeah, we're all just helping each other and just kind of, I don't know, being there for each other. And I really appreciate that, so yeah. Final
question. If you had to be any other character in the cast, who's your favorite character?
I mean, I like a lot of these people, but I think I said earlier, like, if I could be McCree, Mercer's milky, buttery, sweet voice, that just smooth.
Can you give us a McCree line?
Oh, I'm going to butcher it. I can't go that deep in milk and buttery. It's high noon. I can't even do it. Like, I don't know where he does it in his voice. It's great, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
We've had a great time talking with you.
Appreciate it, man. See you guys.